The reason that I really did quit my job, I used to listen to another podcast called Business and Biceps, right? And one of the things they really always talked about was like, are you 100% in? Like, are you committed to this thing? Like, or are you just part-time? You're going to get those like part-time results, right? Like, and I really saw myself like, yo, like this is that opportunity for me to just go like 100%, like I need to get invested in this because of the outcomes that I wanted to get. And you know, if you're gonna half-ass it, you're gonna get those half-ass results where it's like, if you're 100% committed to this thing and you wanna see it grow, like you have to be invested in it. So that's kind of, you know, what ultimately really led up to me leaving my job and just going 100% into my business. Content is everything in a business. And the reason it's so important, you know, for a business to be pushing out content is getting eyes on your product, getting eyes on your service, or just you in general. The content I push out is all about my product, gets in the eyes of the consumers. They see it. Even if it's not my target consumer, like someone's gonna recognize it, read the name, they know the brand. So then the next time they might see something like it, they're gonna be like, oh, I saw that, you know, on TikTok one day, or I saw it, you know, on my Instagram feed. So I think it's very important to be pushing out as much content as you can. I've even had customers like, they've reached out to me, they're like, yo, like I saw this one day and I just bought it kind of on a whim, and they're like, you know, I love it. And now all their friends and family, you know, have bought the same thing. And it's just like, if I'm paying an ad to obtain one customer, right? So I pay 15, 20 bucks to obtain one guy, and now his entire family has it, you know, you're looking at 4 or 5 additional people just from obtaining that one customer. Me and my brother, we listened to a podcast called Business and Biceps. And I mean, we listened to this thing, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, you know, and I mean, my life wasn't consumed by it, but when I mean every week I would listen to this podcast just because the knowledge they were putting out, like the value behind it was just ridiculous. And they came out, they're like, yo, we're doing a live show down in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm like, dude, like we're in Florida. I was like, Nashville isn't so far away. I'm like, it's a decent drive, but I was like, we can do it. So we bought tickets to go up to Nashville, saw these guys live. Corey Gregory, John Fosco, and Maurice Clarett. Maurice Clarett was the Ohio State running back in early 2000s when they won the national championship. Like he won the national championship for him, stripped the ball from Sean Taylor's, whole big deal. And he's a big business guy now. And you know, we made a connection with him. He came down, spoke to our dad's football team here in Lakeland. You know, made some more connections with him, and I kind of showed him the product, and he's like, dude, like this is dope. Like, I got some people that can help you out. Like, you know, give me some time. He's like, I'll think, you know, who to connect you with. And he connected me with the right guys. One thing led to another. We're in meetings with collegiate licensing company, Fanatics. Then in a meeting, you know, about NBA, MLB, and all the NCAA, like within a month. And now my business is where it's at today because of him. Making a connection with someone is a lot, I wouldn't say easier, but it will go in your favor, you know, rather than just sticking them with a business pitch, right? So like if I'm like, yo, this is my product, this is what I do, you know, he'd be like, oh, that's cool. You know, like he wouldn't think about it. But like if you make a personal connection with someone, you know, like develop a relationship, they're naturally gonna be like, yo, like, you know, this is what you do. I got some guys that can help you out. But also you don't know what a lot of people do in their lives. Like that's something very important, right? Like when I met Maurice or met other people I know, like I didn't know they knew Ezekiel Elliott. I didn't know they knew Odell Beckham Jr. or they had a connection, you know, or a connection with LeBron James, right? Like those little avenues that like I've been working and Rashawn's been working within my business has been critical. The more connection, the more relationship you make with them, the more you can really find out about what they can do for your business. Athletes have a wide range of network, you know, and influence, especially social media. Like their social media presence is I'd say it's unmatched probably throughout the world when it comes to just athletes. Like their social media presence is way up there. So when it comes to just people putting a story post or like anything like that, like it's crazy. And now we have a story, was it maybe 2 or 3 months ago, we shot a screen off, I forgot exactly who, I can't remember, but it was an Ohio State guy. And I remember this because we were testing some Ohio State Facebook ads at the time. And I just kept getting sales for Ohio State. Like they're popping up on my phone. I'm like, dude, these Facebook ads are crushing it today. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is great. opens IG and I'm just like, oh damn, like we just got posted out. Might have been like Cardell Jones, someone like that for Ohio State, and just do like a story of us, just like quick story and not even a swipe up link or anything. Just super story, tagged us in it, and we just kept getting Ohio State sales like that entire afternoon. And that's kind of how it works. You know, there's no like crazy marketing scheme, crazy landing pages or anything. Like my landing pages can look horrible, but you know, if a Justin Fields or someone like that puts a post out, people don't care. They're just like, yo, like Justin posted this looks super cool. Let's buy one. So, and as far as like the eyes of marketing dollars, like I'm not having to pay an extreme amount of money to obtain those customers because Justin Fields already has that mass audience of my customers.